Welcome to my life.
Yo, we out here with the homeboy Blayze, you know. Shout out to our sponsor. This could be you.
What up, man?
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. No tornadoes today, man.
No tornadoes, man.
Tornadoes today.
Mendoza gave us a break.
Because there was part 1 and part 2 of Tornado on the album.
Yeah, this
So there were 2 tornadoes. I was like,
now part 2's gonna be in Soweto. Mendoza started in the East End in Tembisa,
Oh, man.
and it's like, yo, tornado, it's too loud, my G.
something like that.
Yo, I mean, you know, I should know. I don't blame you for not knowing, which goes back to our conversation
Yeah, man.
about hip hop. Yeah, you just said to me now before we started, you're like, yo, thank God there's English rap. Yo, cats like Big Star, Nasty, you know, are rapping in English. Your shit is good, and like it was hard just to get out there if you never had a cowbell or vernacular. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true, man. Like, everything goes in phases, man. And there was a phase where it was dust or nothing, you know? And then there was a phase where trap was the devil.
Yeah.
No, yo, hip hop. And then trap came back, and, you know, it came full force, and, you know, so yeah, everything just goes in waves, man. And right now, it's dope that, you know, there's a compromise between all sounds right now. I feel like, regardless of what you're putting out, there's a space for it. There's enough space to occupy a space and a sound. And especially, yeah, for English rap, like, it's on the same level and platform as everything else, which is dope.
You dropped your EP.
Yeah.
It's called Ladies Night. Yeah. I mean, so what made you go, I gotta do something from the ladies? You literally came out there with videos where you were like, look like you come out of Satan, you know, and all that shit. Then one day you wake the fuck up.
You know, you're never gonna let me live that down, man.
I'm just saying, man. You know, you came in with the eyes. Then one day you're like, you know, I gotta do something for the ladies. Who influenced that? What conversation did you have to literally go, this is what I gotta do?
You know, it was funny because it was 2 or 3 separate conversations with different people, different scenarios. One was after a show, one was in a club, one was outside of the club, just socially. And people are like, yo, if you look at your Instagram, you look at the comments, you look at your followers and that sort of stuff, like, you have a female follower. And I mean, it's all part of the pieces of the puzzle to your brand in terms of your music, your image, and that. For me, it's always been, oh, Blayze is the buff rapper, he's the fit guy. Yo, if you want to know how to get in shape, ask Blayze for his gym routine and diet. So I had gathered a certain section of my following being women who, you know, either was that or the music. And they were just like, look, from a musical perspective, you haven't done anything that's really catered to females. When I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I've released some pretty angry music, you know what I mean? And I think, like, your music is reflective of the phase and state of mind that you're in at the time, and that's when it comes out at its most authentic. So, yeah, that was sort of the motivation for that, and also just, you know, having a lot of material on your hard drive, man. Like, you have listening sessions, you have dudes who take a beat, sit on it, don't do anything, and then when, you know, that's a separate conversation on its own in terms of producers and working with artists and guys who are looking for music. But coming back to the point was just, yeah, man, content-wise, I needed to branch out. I was also starting to be packaged as, oh, he's a turn-up rapper, or like, I can't collab with him on a more heartful song because this is his sound. And I was like, but there's so many musical influences, so many things that I listen to, so many, you know, different boundaries I'm trying to break, but because people haven't heard it, haven't been exposed to it, they don't know. So I believe, like, as an artist, you know, you train people's ears to what you want them to be and who you are. So that was just me trying to show, okay, out of the box that you put me in, there's also that sound, there's also this, and just peeling away layers, man. So yeah, that's where that came from.
So I mean, for you as a rapper, you know, well, in rap generally, rappers always have to look out for fake friends, you know, fake niggas that like their pictures, fake niggas that write on Instagram, and you gotta, like, how many of these girls that are liking your pictures do you think we're gonna go to gym with?
Dog, that question,
how many of them really?
The way you started that sentence and the way you ended that paragraph, like, I didn't expect
like,
that. That doesn't happen often. I'll give you credit for that. Like,
of course, yeah.
How many of them go to gym with me? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you think they were fake gymmers or they just wanted to fuck you?
I
They
think
keep it 100.
I think the latter is more true to form. I don't think anybody really wants to go and do squats with me.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but yeah.
So them girls
Had to
that
cater to the ladies. You had to, man. I think it was a dope project. I had fun with it, man.
Yeah.
It was something different. And also, I had to make sure that I had to do it correct. Because when you're doing something that people are unfamiliar with or out of character of what they assume you are, they know you for a certain thing. So when you do something different, they go, oh, wait, what's this? So you've got people who know you for one thing, and when you come with something else, they're like, I actually don't fuck with this anymore.
Yeah.
And then you got new people who go, wow, okay, I fuck with you for this. I didn't know about the previous stuff. It's not really my thing. So I just had to make sure from a content production and musical perspective, and to the packaging, to the way it went out, I did everything as 150 as I could, because I knew I was going to catch flack for it.
But
It's
usually-
not a typical thing that dudes would do, I guess.
Are you in a relationship?
Right now, no, I'm not in a relationship.
I gotta ask these questions because all these girls that like me bitches wanna know this shit.
Nah, I'm not in a relationship right now. Yeah, right now I'm looking, but I'm not in a relationship space.
I'm gonna
at the
just
moment.
answer this as a silence. Sorry, y'all. Business. Alright, you ready? Cool. So I'm asking these questions because I wanna know. I wanna know the person Blayze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got your story, on your last joint that you dropped.
Yeah.
But I wanna know what's the day to day with Blayze. What's Blayze? What's in Blayze's head? What's bothering him? You know what I mean? I don't know when niggas. Why are you doing so many push-ups a day? Why are you working out so much? Niggas wanna know this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to be something that goes, this is why I do it.
Man, like the workout thing was just, I was a skinny kid growing up. Like, I was always a skinny kid. And it was weird because I was skinny and I was short. It was only
How
after,
did you even get height?
dog, I don't know. I just
Taking-
had like a growth spurt after high school. So it was just literally that. And then, yeah, man, I just decided I want to get in shape, bro. And then the more I got in shape, the more it was like, yo, I actually enjoy this. It became not a hobby or whatever. It was lifestyle.
Because I'm keeping it 100 with you. See, I see you and you like a mysterious cat, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know whether you can sit with Blayze and that nigga gonna stab you or that nigga gonna laugh at you. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
No, I know.
And that's
And
why
like,
I'm
I've
just
kept
saying.
myself very...
That's why I'm saying that the only person that I either know that kind of knows you, and I wasn't going there, but I just said. So I want to know the nigga, who is Blayze? I mean, are you gonna stab a nigga? Are you a nigga with a temper? Are you a happy cat? I just wanna know, man.
I'm a chill dude, man. I like my own space in terms of personal and private. I keep very boxed off in terms of friends, who comes to my crib, who I vibe with. I mean, work and all of that. Music is a different thing. But I'm a chill dude, man. I mind my business, stay in my lane. I ain't trying to be wherever. I'm chill, though. Contrary to popular belief. Apparently, I don't look like a friendly person. Apparently, I look like I'm an unapproachable dude. Apparently.
I mean,
But yeah, behind the scenes, I'm chill.
because you that's what I'm saying. You do look. If I never knew you, I'd say, yo, that nigga gonna fuck you up if you say the wrong thing.
You know what the funny part is, though?
That's why when you did the girls EP, I was like, no man, this nigga, you meet someone new. I don't know what the fuck going on. Because that nigga always mad on the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I fortunately have met you though, I just felt, what you put on songs is really something that's deep within you. It's your core, especially if you're not following what everyone is doing.
Yeah.
So I said, yo, for that nigga to now go make a love EP, my first question was, which conversation did you have? Because it never seemed like it was the natural thing for you to wake up and say, I'm gonna do a love EP.
Nah, the thing is, it wasn't even a love EP.
Ladies' night, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Something catering for women, that's what I mean, yeah.
Nah, like I said, it was those conversations. I was vibing with somebody at the time. And I suppose, yeah, the situation you're in influences, it made it easier in terms of, putting that into your music and into the EP. So yeah, man, but like I said, from a content perspective as well, it's just growth, man. Can't be one thing, can't be one sound. So that was me just saying this is another thing. And in terms of Ladies Night EP Part 2, that's already done. I've already been working on that, so that's going to be something else. And again, that's not the same energy and the same vibe as Ladies Night EP Part 1. Part 2 is like a different sound, a different journey. So I'm excited about that because like you can tell from there's growth in terms of the content and the way it's put across on Part 2. But that's Ladies Night EP. And there's other projects that I'm working on for other things that I want to do, man. I've never been a fan of not having content. It's just about really just capturing it, but then putting it out, which is its own separate thing. The creative and the recording part, you know, is the fun part. The business of it, which blog, which this, how do you debut it, when you shoot the video, which one, all of that stuff is the business and the complicated stuff. Yeah. The fun creative part is in the studio going, yo, this is dope. How do I sing this? Oh, you should have features. You know what I mean?
I saw you on the last joint, that was out. You featured Label Lukewarm, which was kind of, when I always just think things like beyond what they are. I just like, it made me feel like, Blayze could feature anybody maybe. But who? Maybe Blayze is that type of nigga that's like, I only fucks with you when you're real with me. I ain't fucking with you because you're hype. Yeah. I don't know, that's the feeling I get.
I mean, look, let's be real. Like, if somebody is Ram's top 3 or whatever the case is, from a strategy perspective, obviously you as an artist, you're gonna go, okay, I'm doing this song, he would sound dope on it. I think there's various different ways of looking at it. I've got a track and I want to feature this person because they would be dope for the song. They match the song, regardless of hype, where they are. This is the right person for the song, and it feels authentic because of that. Then there is also the, hey, okay, cool, everybody's doing the collab with X. Let me also jump the bandwagon and get there before he starts tripling the invoice and his cell phone number changes.
Or he triples the days of the delivery of the verse.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Did I say Tuesday, dog? So, and then there's also, like, I do fuck with dudes who like are real with me and who like in terms of just a relationship perspective. I'm like, yo, we cool, we vibe. It's simple, you know what I mean? I think that's a natural thing. I think that's why anybody has friends. I think that's why you have the conversations you have, because there's some sort of personal attachment, and there's certain people you'll share this with, but not with whatever the case is. So musically, like I think those are the 3 aspects I try to look at. I mean, Level's always in the studio, dog. Like me and him have this Monday catch-up session thing. Book a hub, just discuss. Oh yeah, creative. Yo, I was thinking of this. Did you see this blog? Yo, did you see? And it's a dope creative conversation coming from 2 different perspectives. So, and then I mean, you do get like in terms of Monero. I hadn't worked with Monero before, and I was like, I do want to work with her. And funny enough, that song Zagala was recorded last year, around about this time last year. So the song's been chilling, and it was like, yo, the vocals on this would sound really dope. What she did on the track was really different because people didn't expect her to sing rap. She had bars, you know what I mean? I was like, it's fresh.
It's pretty talented.
Yeah, she's hella talented, man. So that was the way that came through, and I think with collaborations, that's what it is. You're calculating your moves in terms of leveraging the track, trying to get the most traction out of it, but also, just making a dope song.
So who do you, I look at your social media, I got to prepare when I do these interviews so I can have the questions. I know we're talking here and you're like, yeah, this nigga slick, but I do my research, I see, I think you're very, I ask myself, I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga's friends? I got the weirdest questions, right? Because I always ask myself them shit, like, who the fuck are these niggas' friends?
Yeah.
I ain't seen you post one thing with anybody, but you kind of like heavily family orientated, and I almost get a feeling that like in Joburg you probably like with regards to your family, you probably like you don't have much of your family here in Joburg, so you like always, you kind of really cherish the moments whenever you guys are connecting, right? You got a brother overseas or something like that.
Yeah, my brother is overseas in Bristol in the UK. He's been there for a couple of years. I see him once a year, man. Literally, I see him once a year. My nephew as well, just turned 4 actually. It's crazy.
I saw that.
Everybody's looking at me like, yo. I'm like, hey,
Nigga,
cool uncle.
I ain't
I'm
looking at you because I ain't
You know what I
see.
mean?
I'm like, who you fucking with, like your niggas? Who you fucking with, like the girls? I ain't even expecting nothing from you to be 100. Maybe it's your family. I'm like, I don't even know who hangs around with Blayze.
No, man, family-wise, like I said, I haven't got family in Joburg.
If I never knew you, I wouldn't know where to get your phone number from. If we ain't never met in the streets. So I'd be like, who hangs with this nigga? Who does this nigga hang with?
Yeah.
And you that nigga, you like, you know, you're like the phantom.
Yeah.
Excuse the pun. You know?
Nah, I hear you. And you know, when you say it like that, it actually does put it in perspective. But like I said, in terms of like my immediate close private space, that's very like I don't necessarily just let that out. I got my people I hang out with. And funny enough, you have your industry friends and whatever, but you also got a lot of people that are not part of the industry. You know what I mean? Who aren't going, yo, when we collabing or when the song dropping, you know what I mean? It's just socially conversational. People on the vibe. Right?
Where you vibing with your peoples? I saw some pictures with you and some peoples that I never knew, which are clearly your peoples that ain't in the industry, you know? It seems like y'all were like at a club, so y'all was like somewhere out, you know what I mean? Y'all out somewhere.
Oh yeah, that recent post.
And then that looked like quite a happy picture. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
It was a chill. It was a night out, man. A couple of people. I think it was actually Twins on Decks, their birthday.
Yeah.
Shout out Twins on Decks, man. So yeah, it was just a whole squad that was out there.
See, here's another thing that interests me, you know? I mean, shout out to Twins on Decks, you know? Niggas.
House DJs on a hip hop vlog.
You know, they cool cats, you know, there's two of them, you know, they must get love.
I still get confused with those dudes sometimes. If I look at them quick, I'm like, yo, just like super quick, but
I get confused with the major league guys too, but like, you know, but here it is, right? So what I noticed, right, I was sitting one day and, you know, I just want to address this because I just want to figure out where the headspace is, you know. I was looking at an invite for an event one day and I was like, it was like sort of like this colored community, right? And then there's this black rapper community. And I was like, so you fitted into this Twins and Decks community. And I was like, this kind of reaffirms. And there's this party where it was happening and I just forgot this girl's name. I actually don't know her name. All I know that like she just had like drama on social media a couple of weeks ago. You probably know her name. She had drama with Liz's baby mama. But anyway, I don't know her name. She's a colored chick, and she was like, there was an event happening in the city, and there's like the lineup was like a bunch of like colored dudes, you know. And I was like, so are we like dividing each other like this now? You know, I mean, are they camps? You know, is it a conscious thing? Are we aware of it? You know, I was just asking myself that. You know, I asked myself that, and you obviously ideal person to answer that, you know, because maybe there's a Ku Klux colored gang out there, you know. I don't know, you know. I just felt like there's a division, you know.
Ku Klux colored gang.
I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit.
Nah, man, there's no. I think, man, for people to be segregating, for brown people to be segregating within brown people, come on.
Look, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking because I saw that and I was like, So like now with you, I see you've done a lot of collaborations with like cats, you know?
Yeah.
I was quite interested. I've never ever seen you post a picture with anybody that's like you've done a collaboration. But then I saw you with
There was when Slick and I and Ginger were in the studio.
Socially.
Oh, do you mean socially?
Yeah.
Socially, oh man, you know the funny part is like if it's socially like that, it wasn't even a picture on an iPhone. That was a picture a photographer took. But like another weird thing is like I've never been. Yo guys, let's take a pic. Yo Slick, smile over there. Come take a pic. Colgate with the hot shot. You know, I've never been there.
And this could be you.
And you know the funny part is I think also because you've been in the game and you've had conversations with people and you know that sort of thing, it's not your immediate reaction to go let's take a pic. Yo Dumper, let's take a pic. You know what I mean? If a photographer comes through and you're with a group of people, cool, you do that. But I mean, it's not a priority in terms of that. It's like, yo, I know you, we talk. You know, we don't need to verify that via a picture where I tag you and I go, homie. It's just, I don't know. That's I suppose. I mean, a publicist would have an issue with, you don't take enough pictures. Funny enough, she does say that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, it's just not a priority thing. When I'm out and I'm social or whatever the case is, yo, we see each other, we have a conversation, and we chill.
So, yo, right, you got like, people see you Blayze, you dropping your music, they see you doing like 100 push-ups a day and eating raw eggs like Sylvester Stallone on Rocky.
Actually, stop the raw eggs thing. It's disgusting. There's enough good tasting supplements to take raw eggs.
I'm glad you woke up. So, people are seeing all that. With you as Blayze, you know, I mean, like, you started the conversation, you said, yo, thank God we could now rap in English. But one of the biggest barriers in this industry for you that you feel that this stunts my growth, or if these things could have been like this, you know, just as an artist, you know, because a lot of kids watch this shit and they think that, like, it just is what it is, you know what I mean? But for you also being in the industry, having relationships with cats and being on your own, like being like not on your own, but like being like a person who literally is comfort in his own space, you know? What do you feel are your biggest challenges just in the game?
Me personally, or
just for you, you know,
just for me.
I wanna, yeah, that's why, you know, for I said, like, you know, I wanna know Blayze, you know, it's in your head, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like when you wake up, you say, fuck that shit, fuck this is why shit ain't, you know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody creates their own paradise, and then at the same time with that paradise they create, automatically they also then subconsciously create like the things that counter the paradise. Yeah. You know, you don't have enemies if you haven't understood what friendship is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type thing.
Challenges, man. Like, to specifically say there's 5 challenges, it's not really a thing. Things that I've found is like when I first came in the game, there's no handbook for this, man. There's no website for it. You look to be like, yo, and they're like, yo, is it MP3 322? And you're like, what? There's no real reference. How do you go to the station? Who's the person you look at? So that was the stuff that I found in the beginning. There was just no sense of like, where do you go to for a reference in terms of the basics, who to know, how to go about it. I think a lot of the stuff as well is also, things are relationship based, who you know what I mean? And yeah, your network determines your net worth, you know, as the saying goes. So you need to do that, and with me being a very private person, sometimes maybe that inhibits that a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, you know how the game is.
Yeah.
You know, the funny part is, everybody in the game will be like, yo, can't trust niggas in the game. So who exactly is, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Niggas you can't trust, that's it.
Yeah. That's DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Scratch out that. So, yeah, man, I just found, like, early on, those were the challenges I faced. Nowadays, it's more, you know, I think the game is more of a business now. And I think the challenge now is to say, okay, cool. It's more than you and your music. You need the right team. You need finance. You need a proper business model to maintain and push it forward. And so I think that's an ever-growing challenge because the game always changes. I don't think you ever have this figured out. 3 months is too long. The sound changes. The game changes. A 19-year-old dude comes through and he starts doing his own thing, and then trap comes back. So I don't think there's a hard and fast challenge, man. The game is a challenge in its own regardless. You need to stay ahead of what's happening. And the funny part is with the way sounds and trends change, like you see dudes who adapt to what it changes to. But then when it changes again, now you need to readapt and re-up on the gear and the head, you know what I mean? So it's a tricky one in terms of like maintaining your identity and your sound uniquely within what's there, but still trying to be relevant with what currently is. You know what I mean? Like an AKA, he can pretty much go whatever direction he wants because that brand has been built. You know what I mean? He doesn't need the nod of approval from the current sound. He's like, this is what I'm doing. I'm releasing one time. Not a lot of people would have done that. That's not a single by most people's standards. He did. So, but then if you're coming into the game, you need to be like, okay, cool, what's hot? How do I stick within it? What's the flows? Whether it's the Migos, whether it's whatever it is. So I think, the challenges are there all the time, and you never really get out of a challenge phase. doesn't happen. And if you do, you're either comfortable or you're not aware of what's actually going on. You do not know that there's something you need to stay on top of.
Alright, so here's what I'm gonna tell you though. I mean, because I just wanted to get to know you.
Yes.
Right? And probably we always need when we talk in the streets, but you never know people until you know people. You know what I mean? So
You never know people until they're drunk, scared, or in a bad situation.
yeah, I'm never in any for me. So I'm
It's
invisible.
not even drinking coffee, it's hot chocolate.
Yeah, I'm invisible like that,
Yeah.
But my thing is, here's one thing though, I just as a takeaway that you have. I know that you feel like even if you're not out there, you could be missing an opportunity. But I always go, all the guys that are chasing all the opportunity because they're everywhere, they could be getting it. It could be like a little piece of something. But sometimes when you're on your own and you come out and you plan, you come out and you come out with something big.
Yeah.
Unlike the guys who are getting micro. So you come out macro. And I've seen that from you also. It's out of nowhere you were doing something with KFC. Ain't no one knowing you saw that coming.
Yeah.
I mean, like last year, it was not even long ago. It was like,
Yeah, it was last year.
yeah. But my point is that, ain't no one planning like that. Ain't no one planning like you. I see you like the other time when you're like, yo, calling, sending proposal, but you planning.
Yeah.
You know what you want, and you know how to, that like it ain't just to rap, it's to connecting up to business, and you keep trying to do that. That's what I see. That's what I've seen from you. You know what I mean? So if you're chasing like everyone else is not doing that.
True.
So you got to know that what you're doing is actually like what you need to be doing.
True. I mean, the corporate side is the safe side. You'll know that. We've had a couple of discussions. We had one before this interview in terms of where you headed, what your space is at. So yeah, man, that's always been like in the back of my mind. It's just, you need that steady bank. You need that those corporate alliances and stuff that you're doing, which might not be as interesting as the commercial stuff. And I mean, the world is getting small, man. Last year, I got a sync deal for a movie in Canada. And there was somebody who picked up on my stuff on YouTube and was just like, yo, this is dope. And in the edit of the movie, director's cut, they were like, yo, they had the song in. Dude liked it and they kept it. Yo, in the context. So, yeah, man, like, internet makes the world smaller, but I've always said, like, you need to have a plan B in terms of that. Look at it as a business. Like, have some sort of corporate alliance or think beyond just the hook of the song. How are you gonna leverage it further? And brands are right now looking at artists and hip-hop and SA music and going, yo, there's a connection. This is a mouthpiece to the audience I'm trying to get to. So, and it's nice that, it's not a case of the budget they would have given Mikasa is not the budget they would give Major League or to another hip-hop DJ or artist. It's equal terms now, you know what I mean? So it's dope. I think that's a good thing. But yeah, dudes need to keep their mind in that. Yeah.
So you got Ladies Night 2 coming out on the way?
It's pretty much done. I haven't set a date yet, but I'll put that out. I'll have all that information up. So yeah, that's going to be coming out. Working on another single. I'm actually headed to the studio now. I'm going to be working on something with Pro. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Pro, which one? The Kid or the Kid? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's dope.
I've always enjoyed him, man. Like his energy is dope. He's an authentic dude, man.
Yeah, he's quiet, but he's also like quiet. But when he talks, he's powerful.
True. And if you think I'm Phantom, he's Phantom. Try Phone Pro right now. You probably.
Well, I mean, y'all from two different generations, man. You know, I mean, it's like y'all from two different generations. Pro is also a bit of he's an OG, But like I'm just saying, even during our time, he wasn't the cat who'll be doing interviews and all that shit. Or be out there. But yo, when that guy gets behind the pen, he's power.
True.
I mean,
that's undeniable. People can have opinions and perspectives on whoever, but one thing that's undeniable, you mention his name like you said with the pen, it's like that's a given. We don't have to discuss that topic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Ahmad G, it's been real. Is this a single with Pro? Is this something for Pro?
It's a single with Pro, and then there's a third party that I'm just trying to confirm on that. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice. It's been a while in terms of like, I feel like I want after Ladies Night Part 2, I feel like I want to rap again. I want to just like music, still music, not just straight bars. I mean, but I just want to rap again. I feel like with anything, you just need to like just remind people like, yo, just in case you forgot. Cool. There's still the music stuff. There's still the feel good, and there's this that. So yeah, I just feel like I'm in that space again. So that's probably going to be a lead up to a project that comes with that.
Alright, cool. Maji,
Dog.
it's been 120%. Thanks for coming through.
No,
Homeboy
thanks for having me,
Blayze,
man.
Ladies Night 2 on the way. New single with Pro on the way. Come on now. He gonna come out, he quiet, but when he come out, he comes out. You know you. Come on now. Hey, don't act all humble now.
Chill. When it drops, it drops.
When it drops, it drops.
Yeah.
Maji, nice one.
Nice one, dog.
Thanks.
Baby, it's just me and you for the weekend. If you just give me a minute, let me holler, get your digits, I promise me.